Love yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. I appreciate you for tuning in. Today we're coming to you with a kind of like a classroom setup video, but not, because last year I filmed my classroom setup. If you want to go and watch that, I'll put it at the end of the video. But last year I did a classroom setup and I'm basically having the same theme as last year. So there's no point in me re-recording that. Y'all gonna be watching the same thing. Today's goal is just to put my furniture out. I'm not trying to get decorations up or anything. And I'll update y'all later. Okay guys, so we've hit a small block in the road. I have opened up my cabinets and I found school, classroom, library books in here that are for a different grade level. And I found a whole bunch of reading curriculum that's for 4th and 5th grade. I don't teach reading and I don't teach 4th or 5th grade. So, hopefully these are gonna get moved soon, because I need to start putting stuff in here. Not today, because like I said, today is just for furniture, but I need to start putting stuff in here eventually. We're not gonna worry about that today because today is not about filling up the closets. So, okay guys, so I have a team meeting in like 5 minutes, so I'm about to show y'all what I got done before I go to that, and then we're gonna come back and finish up today. I feel accomplished because I have the middle of the room cleared, so that when I come back from our meeting, I can finally put my furniture out. So yeah, I'll call y'all back. So this is what we're working with the desks. I'm probably gonna rearrange this like 10,000 times before the first day of school, but I'm starting off with this with groups of 6. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room. We're gonna see how this goes. I'll see y'all in a little while. A little update on the desks. So I put them into groups of 6, which is the most I've ever had in a group. I don't like going past 5 because it gives them more opportunity to have off-task talking and whatnot, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Currently I'm at 24 students, but we could have anywhere up to like 29. So this layout gives me 30 desks. As you can tell in the groups, the desks are different shades of brown, which for me, I have slight OCD. And so I'm going to be fixing that probably today before I leave. And then up here, I have this rectangle table. I'm gonna take the legs off and this will be a stage so the kids can come up and do work on the board when I have them do that. And yeah, I gotta figure out where I wanna put those. I know one's gonna go in this corner, that's where my phone's gonna be. And I don't know where the other one's gonna go, because I'm not used to having 2 of those. Usually I only have 1. And like I said, that teacher desk right there is gonna be removed. So when that's done, when this is cleared out, and when they bring me my kidney table, I'll put my kidney table over there. That'll be my teacher desk / my small group meeting desk. So yeah, we're getting somewhere, y'all. We're getting somewhere. I'll be back when I finish fixing these tables. Okay guys, so this is the best I could do. So this group right here is fine. This group right here is fine. This one, I almost had 100%, but then there's this one that's a different shade, but not that big of a deal. It's the front 2 tables that really, you know, are getting on my nerves a little bit because of these 2. This one, you wouldn't really notice that much if it weren't for this. Like, this is the brightest shade of brown ever. And then there's this group over here. But yeah, not too bad. And then there's the stage. I want to show you guys, I came into a little situation. I have a dilemma because realistically, students don't sit all the way pushed in like they're supposed to. So if I have a student sitting here and their backpack's in the back of the chair, when it's time to get computers out, that's really close to the computer cart, which will cause congestion and traffic jam and all that stuff. So I have 2 options. I can either move the computer cart somewhere else, or I can, actually that might be my only option because I don't want to move this group up any further to the front of the room because I like this pathway right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to move the computer cart and I don't know where. Also right here, same thing. If I have kids sitting here with their backpacks on the back of the chair, it's gonna be a very tight space here. So, and the same thing over there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this middle area, but let's get this computer cart moved so I can get out of here. Not much of a difference, but I moved the computer cart over a little bit. It was sitting right here. I moved it over here. That way at least the doors can open without like being too close to these two chairs right here. And as a student is sitting in their chair, we'll still be able to get by even with their backpack on. If I can get fit through here, I know they'll be able to fit through here to walk to the bathroom and whatnot. And I figured that when the kids come get their laptops, I like how there's like an opening here, a path here, so that they can line up right here to get their laptops out of the computer cart. Good morning. So today is day 2 of classroom setup. Yesterday recap, I got my furniture laid out. Today's goal is to get my boxes and things unpacked and just put stuff up as I take it out of the boxes. A little update from yesterday. The teacher desk that I wanted removed is still in here. Being told that I might have to keep it in here because every classroom has to have one. It's just taking up space in my room, but if I have to keep it, I'll find a way to use it. But yeah, so that's that. The filing cabinet that belonged to the other teacher just got moved out literally like a minute ago. So that's one less thing that I have to worry about in here. And then I think that's it for updates from yesterday. But yeah, today is just gonna be unpacking boxes and putting things up as I take them out of the box. That's pretty much it. So let's get into it. All right, y'all, so I am not a happy camper. I just had these 3rd grade classroom library books dumped on me. Most of them don't have a sticker on them. So I don't know, I don't even think this was part of the library that the school gave us, but there are a lot of books here. And these were just thrown in here. That's like filled up to here. So now I gotta figure out what to do with those and if I have room on my bookshelf for them. And then as you can see, I know I said I wasn't going to, but I ended up changing my desks around anyways because all of my kids actually were sitting sideways facing the board. And so I'm trying to figure out something else. I usually like having like groups of 4, but with this layout, I'm gonna have to do 3 and 2. And it just looks very crowded this way, but I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. So yeah, I'll be back later. I have rows of 3 here, rows of 3 in the middle, and then I have 2, 2, 2, and then 3 up here, only because the rows back here will be like in front of my kidney tables. I need room for chairs to go at my kidney table. And if I put rows of 3 back there, it would just not be any space over there. So I have it like this. I like being able to walk through here, but at the same time, I feel like it's too much opportunity for the students. Like there's too many, how can I explain this? I feel like there's too many pathways, I guess. Yeah, and too many pathways can create traffic jams and also create room for more horsing around. I don't know, y'all, what I'm gonna do with these desks. I'm gonna push them together and close the gaps and see how I feel about that. I'm already knowing I'm not probably gonna like it, but what option do I have at this point? I have 30 desks in this little, like the room is not little, but when you have 30 desks in here, it becomes little because you gotta have space for them to push their chair out and put their backpack on the chair. And third graders are big kids. Like, I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna push them together. Okay, guys. So, after playing around with the desks, I realized that I could do, instead of having 2 gaps in each row, I can have 1 gap in the middle of each row. And that still give me access to like be able to monitor them better, as well as have less pathways for them to navigate the classroom. So I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, y'all, so now I'm very picky, okay? So now it's not centered to my front board. Okay, I'm gonna scooch these rows right here over a little bit and see how that looks. All right, so this is not perfectly down the middle, but it's much better than it was before. So we're just gonna keep it that way. I moved this teacher desk over to kind of see how it would look when my kidney table gets here, and my kidney table comes out about that. It's gonna come out about that far. So as you can tell, it's really close to these desks right here. So if I were to have student chairs at my kidney table, it would not fit. So I don't know. I had to sit down for a second because now I'm getting a little frustrated. First it's them classroom library books, and then my desks. Now I'm thinking it might be better to keep this teacher desk and not have a kidney table, because when I think about it, last year I didn't even do small group at my kidney table because the small groups were too big to do at my kidney table. So my small groups were all in the front of the room on the floor. And the only time the kids used my kidney table was when I pulled a kid for like one-on-one testing, or to do makeup tests, or just when they felt like they wanted to be by me during centers time, computer time. They sat with me back there sometimes. But other than that, I didn't use it. So, sorry I'm not looking at y'all. I'm like analyzing the room while I'm talking. But yeah, I think I might reach out to the plant manager and tell them to cancel that kidney table request, because there's just no room for it. There's no room for it. And I can always continue doing a small group in the front of the room, which is better anyway, because I use my whiteboard to do small group. I'm back again. So I'm about to wrap day 2 up. It is currently 3:44 and they kick us out at 4 o'clock. Before I leave though, I'm gonna show you where I am so far. As far as major changes, I can't remember if I showed y'all this earlier, so I'm showing you again if I did, but I put my teacher desk right here. I was skeptical about it at first, but now I love it because when I'm sitting here, I can literally see the faces of all of my students, and usually that's not the case. Even these kids in the front row right here, I'm close enough to see them. Even if they can't really see my face directly, I'm close enough to get their attention if I need to. So I like that. Here's the back view. So as far as the back view goes, I can still get over there to teach from my projector camera, whatever you want to call it. I will be standing here because I still need to keep an eye on my students while I'm like over there using the camera. So that's perfect because I can stand there and the chair's not in my way, and I can still access all the cabinets and things. So that's that. Also, there's still a pathway here to get by, so I like that. Other major changes, I think that's pretty much it. As you can see, I got through most of the boxes. I have one box left, but that is like my greenery and stuff. That's gonna take a while to hang up. So I'll save that for tomorrow. And I kind of just put everything where I want it to go. I added these. I have these. I have to put my message on the board. Not sure what I'm gonna put on there yet. And then I added this up there. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. When I'm completely done with the whole classroom, I'll give you like an official tour. That's the end of day 2. I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 3. Good morning, guys. We are back for day 3. A little update. Good news and bad news. I'm gonna start with the, I'm gonna give y'all the bad news first, okay? Bad news is I had 2 of my former class pictures up here, and as you can see, they're not there anymore. Magic? No, not magic. I don't know if I can blur their pictures out, but I'm just trying to cover it. So, boom, there they are on the ground. I'm gonna have to figure out a different method to post those on the cabinet, because obviously the poster putty or whatever you call it is not strong enough. So, but good news is, as you can see behind me, my portraits up there stayed up and 2 over there stayed. Also, the pictures over here stayed up. So that's good news. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out, rude. It's what, 9:50, that's our tardy bell. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the pictures to stay up on the cabinet. Today's goal is to finish putting up my decorations, like the harder decorations, ones where I gotta really put some elbow grease into it. I might start the classroom library, I might. If not, we'll see that for tomorrow. So yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, so day 3, I finally got to putting a to-do list together, because as I'm looking around, it's not overwhelming, but like there's a lot to do, I noticed. So I put everything in the order of what I want to do it in. The Walmart run is for more double-sided tape and more putty, because I ran out of both. So let's do the alphabet line, put the pictures in the frames, and then I'm gonna head to Walmart. Hey guys, so I'm back from Walmart, and I bought this cute little doormat, but it won't fit in front of my front door, because like when I open the door, the rug is in the way because it's too high. So I'm hoping that custodians let me keep it out here. I had to untangle all of these. I have them all stuffed into these 2 Ziploc bags. Whew. Now it's time to put them up. We're about to end day 3 right here. It is currently 3:40, and they kick us out at 4 o'clock. They already made the little warning call at 3 o'clock. So I'm about to get out of here. But before I go, I'm gonna update y'all on what I got done. As you can tell, I got through more than half of the list, so claps for that. I'm like, it's really coming together, y'all. Like I said in the beginning of the vlog, I switched some things up as far as decorations and like just general where I put stuff at. So I'm excited. I'm loving how it's looking. Even I'm starting to get used to the rows already. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what I've done so far. Or should I show y'all? I don't know if I should show y'all yet, because I'm almost done and it's looking like almost complete. And I don't want to show y'all and then y'all don't stick around for the tour. So I think I'm gonna just leave it here. I'll show y'all what I got through on the list, and then y'all have to wait to see the outcome of it. during the tour. Okay, so let's show y'all what I got done. So boom, on my list, I got the alphabet lineup, which you can kind of see that right there. I put the picture frames up that were supposed to go up. I still have to get 2 to replace the ones that fell last night or whenever they fell, but most of them are up. I went to Walmart, I did number line, and then I also hung up my C3 Before Me poster. I hung up all the greenery. That's what I really want to get done today because that takes a long time. It took me like my whole last hour, but I hung up the greenery and it really brought the room together. I'll see y'all tomorrow on day 4. Good morning, guys. We are back for day 4. Yes, day 4. We are nearing the end of the week, which means we are nearing the end of this classroom setup. I'm hoping to be done today. That is the goal. I'm going to start with my borders. So I have this duct tape that I used for the last 2 years to do my borders, and it goes on great, comes off great. Then we're gonna set up my teacher desk, organize the back cabinets, organize the storage closet, set up my whiteboard, and then last but not least, organize my classroom library. And then I have to add on here that I have to put labels on things. Got some things that need labels before like I'm completely done. So yeah, let's get started. I'm so sorry, guys. I have not been doing good updating y'all today, but I'm gonna show y'all what I got done on my list, and then I have one more thing to do today, basically, because I have like an hour left, and so I'm not gonna get both of the things finished, but I will start one of them. But yeah, let me show y'all what I got done today. Okay, so as you can see, I got mostly everything done. Now I'm about to start organizing the classroom library, but before I do that, I have to show y'all look at this. So last year, like more than halfway through the year, one of my students pointed out that the PE card had kids reading on it. And so it took like more than half the year for any of us to notice. So I have to make a new one of those. But I just want to show y'all that because I thought that was so funny that it was up there for so long. Whew. I'm out of breath because I sorted those books in 20 minutes. I went through all the bins and boxes and sorted them. And the way I sorted them is by color. So I keep looking down. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. So for instance, this book has an orange dot on it. So this pile right here has orange dots. This one has green dots. Those are the 2 with red dots. Over there are the yellows. And then this pile has nothing on them at all. It could be that the students peeled them off because some of them in that pile have the little white sticker on it, but don't have a colored dot. So based off of these categories, I'm going to keep the orange for my classroom because it has the most books. And I guess like whatever, if I go through the other piles and I see a book that I don't have in the orange set, for instance, if I go through specifically that pile and I see a book that I don't have, then I'll add it to my library and just assume that it was supposed to be an orange dot sticker. And then the rest of the books, once my teammates get here next week and they take out their books and stuff, if they have green or yellow or red, then I'll give them those books. So yeah, I have 40 minutes till they kick us out. So within that 40 minutes, I'm gonna try and sort my books into my genres, and then tomorrow we'll be putting them into the library. Okay, so it is currently 3:53 or 3:54 now, and as y'all know, they kick us out at 4 o'clock, so I'm about to go down to the parking lot and get out of here. But I want to show y'all my progress. So these are the categories I made so far: history, culture, humor, mystery, graphic novels, adventure, fairy tales, life skills, question mark, because I don't know about that, a pile, sports, and science. And then I have stacks of, stacks of series right here. So once I'm completely finished sorting them, the smaller piles, I'm going to try to figure out maybe how to combine some. I don't know, but I have one more stack to go through literally. And then these books are the ones that I've looked through but don't know where to put so far. And then those are the ones that don't have colored stickers on them, so I still have to go through those as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end my classroom setup vlog here because I'm basically like 90% done. And then everything else that I finished, I'll show y'all in the classroom tour. So stay tuned for that. If you are still watching this video at this point. I appreciate you for sticking around. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can hopefully see more teacher videos from me later on in the year. I don't record as much during the school year, but maybe I'll get some content. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, stay tuned for the classroom tour coming up soon.